Alright, roll back, Musa. I hope all is well with everyone. Now, you know we approaching that end, okay? This is my little series here. Let the world say Amun. Alright, let the world say Amun. And they will. Yeah, that's right. They will. Alright. So this will be a continuation here from part 9. This will be part 10 here. So if you want to, you know what I'm saying, keep up, you got the parts listed on my page, on our page, right? Because we all are one, all right? So the same thing, right, in feeding the forces to yeah, so the language is clear. Just like Pharoah speaking of tongues, like 86 and 87 says sabbatic comes from Nabatin, right? Nuwapuye, right? Which is why the update says Wu Sabat Nuwapu. And that's how you know I ain't lying. Okay? Alright. Now overstand this here so there's no more confusion. Rhymes with illusion, huh? Nuwapu is the science, right? To know, right? Sabine is our religion, right? Wu Sabat is both. So basically, put this message together. Nuwapu, another word for science, okay? Just like the Amun, right, is another word for Anu, right? So to know our religion in science is Wu Sabat, which equals Wu Sabat Nuwapu, right? In the update, so these people who drop off Nuwapu are not right and exact. Like, what do we not understand about we are all one? And overstand, females came from Sirius. That makes Orion. The females on this planet spoke first. Yet Nuwapu gave birth to Saba as Eye, right? Just showed. Now the prophecy says Panabab Yanun will bring the language, which is what he did, sabbatic, right? Which is a form of Nuwapuye, right? That family wouldn't be Pa Masu's job. That's Panabab Yanun's job according to the Pharoah. Actual facts and updates. EYE quoted. Actual facts are the scroll of eyes, as some of them say. The first page, you know, the scroll of eyes, Pasafur, Shil Shalel, Dajutat, and Overstand OSM, you know, don't ever and have yet to mention the updates when Baba clearly says he knows where the Messiah, right, the Amun, is and mentioned in multiple updates. And this here is by divine order that you inform the people, aka my family, of this soul-saving truth, OSM, yeah, that part. Now overstand, family, a lot of you are crossing different dimensional frequencies because, as you know, the past, present, and future, this is just like a large hologram crystal, or they call it the net of Indra. So if you could, you know, image a large fishing net made out of crystalline pearls, perfect white transparent pearls that reflect, well, what happens, family, is like if you know, look, just listen to Bashar with the House of Mirrors, right? You look in the mirror, then there's a mirror on the side to reflect your side. Other words, you can look into a mirror in the house of mirror and see your back, right? But you see all those different positions of the same reality, you see, being reflected from different perspectives. So what that net of Indra, what you can do is look at one pearl and see the entire existence. So every atom and particle in your existence is like a hologramic place that is a composition of all, that is in all. You hear me? So everything is in you, Adam, and even the atoms inside of you have eyes, right? You see what I'm talking about? So this is, you know, think about a hologramic, you know, computer, but you can look at the past, present, and future simultaneously, which is no different than when you look at the television, right? And you have the cable, and you're looking at a movie that just came out right now, and you're interested in that, right? But sometimes you can have previews of movies to come, or, you know, get bootleg movies, right, that haven't come out yet, and you can see those there in the future, in the present, right? Or you could, you know, look at your TV and look at an old picture from the 1930s and 1940s, a Western, huh? old yellow, right? And you can do that by merely shifting the frequencies and changing the channels. You go from the past, present, and the future all in the same place at the same time on the same viewing screen. See what I'm talking about? So sometimes, family, the frequencies cross and you get flash from the future, flash from the past in the same way that you have a dream, and sometimes you see things that you haven't experienced in your human memory. And then a week later, the same event occurs in real time that occurred in dream time. You follow that? You dreamed about something that wasn't going to happen until a week later, you see? All right, you follow that, fam? Now, family, Overstand, Holy Tablets, Chapter 6, Tablet 4, with Noah's 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, by the Amun 1 year before Rhea was born to dwell, and after the deluge, right? And we know Melchizedek came to earth again to initiate Abraham. Rhea was born to, dwell after the deluge, right? And we know Melchizedek came to earth again to initiate Abraham, right? And Overstand that Ham is a tribe of black people, all right? Ab is the heart, Ra represents the sun deity, Ham is a tribe of black people, right? Into the Amun priesthood, right? They gave the ancient mystic order of Melchizedek, right? He came and initiated Abraham, and then he departed. He didn't die like Ahmad, right? He departed, and again he returned. Melchizedek, he returned and reincarnated again to initiate Moshe or Moses or Thutmose III, the blue light Pharoah, and his brother Zamal Aaron, right? And again he came for Yashua, that's Jesus. Melchizedek came to initiate him into the order, and then again for Ahmad. That's the one and only true Messiah, Netta Afreti Amunrayay Asha, right? With the Quran, Muhammad. Then again for Al-Mahdi, that's Ahmad, 150 years ago with the Ratib in Sudan. And finally, in the last days, he shall incarnate to seal up the lies and reveal all the facts. You understand? Now, in 1981, when the one and only true Messiah, Amunrayay, was 30 years old, and you weren't, you probably weren't even born. So all you young elders, aka wolves, stop it. Stop that. Stop that, son. You're playing the role of the devil. Don't do that. Family, it's just like the people come with nepotism. Stop it. Nobody cares who your relatives are. You're not that. You follow that? In 1981, Messiah Palmasur, the Amun, was commanded to meet Melchizedek at the park with the blue and the white Niles in Brooklyn, New York. And Amun was living in San Diego. EYE was actually Imam over San Diego, and EYE obediently flew all the way to Brooklyn to meet him at the park with the blue and white Niles, okay? And Pa Masur, the Amun, took his initiation there, just like when he met Melchizedek at the park of the blue and white Niles. Understand that, right? And all of you young elders, fake seats, plastic chairs, y'all weren't even a game. And your daddy's EYE, you weren't even thought of. Don't y'all see how dangerous this is, family? Because people are gullible out there, and they're confused, and people will believe, whatever you Pied Pipers feed them. Y'all Pied Pipers are like skinwalkers, changing form to appease to the crowd, aka world, for your own selfish agenda and not what's best for all. Pau, right? Overstand that. All right, overstand that. Yeah, overstand that, family. Overstand these cats here, wolves, man. Wolves in sheep clothing. All right, overstand that. These people just want your energy, right? Overstand the voting thing, right? And speaking about that, Agent Orange trying to get rid of, for new beings, black people, right? To have the right to vote. So you tell me what's going on. You tell me what's going on. All right. Overstand that, family. We're going to go into part 11 here. All right, and I hope y'all enjoying this. And please get in contact with the one and only true Messiah, Amunrayay, if you're ready for that higher learning. If you sick and tired of being sick and tired. And family, I must say, we are exhausted, all right? But we haven't lost it, right? We still got our hand on that divine, right? Because that's what we are. Overstand that. I love you all. Wadu.